We're opening our summer exhibition, From Paris to Provence, French Painting at the Barnes, and we're inviting the viewer to come travel through France through the Barnes collection. So we've got about 55 of the most iconic paintings from the collection by Monet and Van Gogh and Cézanne, and we've organized it around the notion of place and how these different locations in France inspired these artists to innovate their work.
So the core and the heart of this show is Cézanne. I mean, this was an opportunity to bring so many of our Cézannes together. We're looking at Cézanne in the region. We of course have Mont-Saint-Victoire. It was such an iconic, important site for him. He used to hike and play around the terrain, around the mountain when he was growing up. The mountain also was the site of study of one of his very good friends from childhood, Antoine Marion, who became a kind of internationally renowned geologist and paleontologist. And so they would go on these geology hikes together. And I think that really feeds into the way that he was able to paint it. When you see the way that he has made the mountain uniting a motif between earth and the sky, the way he's integrated the greens of the earth and the blues of the sky to create this mountain. It's very much for him the symbol of Provence as the center of modern art, as opposed to Paris. Here we really zero in and we zoom in and focus on Cézanne at his country estate. This country estate that was called the Jas de Buffon. All of these paintings were painted at the Jas de Buffon. I have also photographs in the 1930s of the Jas de Buffon. Look at this, where you have this crazy window breaking through the roof line. This is Cézanne's studio. So this is the alley of chestnut trees. It's a motif that he painted. He painted in the 1870s when he was a young artist. This particular version, he painted right after his father died. It's much more enclosed and much more suffocating in a way. It's no real sense of sky. You're placed right at the entrance of the path. Our conservators found that he used a particular green pigment called green earth that has a particularly somber tone, a darker tone. It's not a green pigment that he uses very often or very much, but you find it kind of all over this particular version of the alley of chestnut trees. And it's interesting to think about that this is something that he's painting after his father dies, and he has now inherited this country estate along with his sisters. A lot of kind of emotion, I think, that you can see in this painting. Cézanne took a lot of inspiration from the people that he painted at the Jas de Buffon. These were all people who worked there. There was farmland, there were vineyards, there was 37 acres of grounds. And so they had many workers, and they became Cézanne's models. So we have in the collection deep holdings of Modigliani and Soutine, and then we also have De Chirico and Miro. So these are the four artists that are featured in this section. Joseph Etienne Roulin was a postal worker in the train station in Arles. His presence also emphasizes kind of an undercurrent that's in this exhibition, is that all of this travel, all of this movement is due to the development of the railroad in the late 19th century. The railroads all developed from Paris out to the other regions in France. Chartreuse background and pink dahlias, very much just the vision of Van Gogh.